Hello Cancer, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your love reading for May 2022. If you are currently in a romantic relationship or if it comes up a temporary separation from your person, then this is your reading. If you are single and looking for love, go and check out the singles playlist there because I already have those posted for you. So we do start out the beginning of the month. Now you may or may not see this reading right about then, okay, but the beginning of May starts out with a partial solar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. So this really does have us looking at our structure, our foundations, okay, our sense of security and safety within our financial world, our home life, but also our relationships there as well. Maybe you're taking a practical look at things in your relationship, okay, or things that affect your relationship. With the solar eclipse and the new moon being coming in here together, there's a lot of new energy that's coming in here. It's a great time to start new things, to try different things in your relationship, okay, and maybe even to, kind of spice things up a little bit, shall we say. Okay, but there might be some fast changes that are happening for you, and even if you see this reading after that eclipse, the energy is still around. Okay, so you might have some very fast changes. You might have a lot of new ideas, new beginnings, new ways of doing things. Okay, with your person, you may be evolving in your relationship, stepping things up a notch, but things may happen really quite quickly for you. We do have the middle of the month. We've got a total lunar eclipse, and this is in the sign of Scorpio. Of course, it's with the full moon. Full moons are about completions of a cycle, and they're also about making important decisions or letting things go. You may be feeling very emotional in the middle of the month. It's very intense energy, so make sure you ground yourself. Ground yourself. Maybe do some meditations. Those kind of things, they can certainly help. But you may be making some very important decisions about your relationship. Or if there's been something bubbling just underneath the surface, expect a major epiphany moment or some big clarity. Okay, expect to get things out in the open. The energy coming in here for you, Cancer, is you. We've got the Chariot card coming out here, and this is victory. It is success. It is you overcoming obstacles and challenges and moving forward, making decisions, taking the lead, taking charge, and moving on. Okay, onwards and upwards. This can certainly represent taking a relationship to the next level. This can certainly represent focusing on solutions in your relationship rather than focusing so much on the problem. Sometimes we need to let things go, or we need to move past something. Okay, we quite often do need to look at an issue and to understand the root cause of it or the basis of it. But then we need to focus on, okay, how do we get past this? What do we need to do now? So you're really taking charge in the month ahead here, Cancer, with that Chariot energy coming in. So it's like you're being instilled with some confidence and some drive and determination, also some passion. In this particular deck, the Chariot card brings in ruling passion. Okay, so you may really be spicing things up in the month ahead. Okay, so expect things to get a little bit saucy. All right, not so bad. Your challenge is finding new things, okay? Your challenge may be getting out there, okay, taking something to the next level, trying new things, maybe even traveling. The Chariot card can certainly represent travel, okay, as can the Fool. So maybe there is, maybe you might have an opportunity, or maybe you're wanting an opportunity for a quick getaway. The Fool energy is very spontaneous, very lively, very jovial, very fun-loving kind of energy. So, so you may be trying to book or plan some sort of romantic getaway. It may or may not happen in the month of May, all right, or you just are facing a little bit of an uphill battle, a challenge perhaps, okay? It's not something that you can't overcome, but perhaps it's something like, you may still have some pandemic restrictions depending where you are. It may cause you a little bit of grief. If you want to go on a road trip, if you go to another country, have to cross a border or something, you may find that your passport's expired and you're like, oh, dang nabbit. And, so you might have to do something a little bit different. But the Fool card can also represent a naive kind of energy here as well. one of maybe taking a relationship up to the next level. Okay, the Fool card can certainly represent like that newer love, and if you're looking to step things up a notch, enter into a higher level of commitment, perhaps that's an obstacle there that you're faced with, or perhaps that's an issue that you're faced with. Okay, just because something's in a challenge doesn't mean that you can't overcome it. Just means it's something that's causing you a little bit of grief, or something that you have to work a little bit harder at to accomplish. Okay. But the Fool card here is, with that being a very spontaneous energy, you could have a little bit of an issue that you're facing with your person maturing in their outlook of love. Okay, or your relationship maturing to the next level. All right, but you may also be feeling maybe like you need to question something, or you need to think about something a little more, because the Fool quite often calls for a leap of faith. All right, just jumping in with both feet and seeing where the wind blows you. So that can certainly be a challenge for some of you, right? Sometimes, especially if you've got important decisions to make in regards to your relationship, you might be kind of wanting to take a little bit of a step back and kind of evaluate your situation before leaping right into the next step or the next phase there. Okay, so that Fool is very exciting energy, all right, but it doesn't come without its couple little challenges there. But with that Chariot coming in, that ruling passion, that desire to move forward, to overcome, to follow your dreams, to take charge. Okay, I don't think you're going to let anything hold you back for too long. Advice from Spirit, the Emperor, take charge. There we go. Remember how strong and how powerful that you actually are, not in a negative way, but in a positive way. The Emperor shows a strength, solidarity, okay, in a relationship, all right? It also shows here that somebody has to take the reins, somebody has to take control, okay? And the Emperor is usually that person to do that. So that advice from Spirit, especially with the Chariot energy coming in here for you, is that you may be the one that needs to really step up to the plate in some area. Okay, maybe you need to bring something up to the table, maybe you need to get something out in the open, okay, or maybe even you need to take the lead, all right, in in whatever issues that you're faced with in the month ahead. Okay, but the Emperor brings in stability and security as well. It also brings in sometimes a change in strategy also. All right, because really Spirit says if something's not working for you, do something different. Okay, don't keep repeating the same things over and over again. All right, especially in a relationship, sometimes we have those, little arguments, those little petty arguments that go on and on and on and on and on. And this may be the time here to let it go, to focus on something a little bit different. Okay, but that Emperor energy also shows that there may be a person in your world that can give you some advice somewhere. Okay, maybe someone that you trust, possibly a parental figure, with that being the Emperor, quite often the patriarch of the family. So there may be someone around that can give you a little bit of guidance. But we have blessings headed your way. We've got the Empress card coming in here as well. And let's just say we've got the Emperor and the Empress both showing up for you here. So some of you are certainly falling head over heels in love. You've all been with your person a little bit different length of time. Some of you have been with your person just a short time. Some of you have been with your person a long time. So this is certainly the blessing for you here, is that love is in the air. The Empress also brings in a new energy, all right? Brings in one of being open, being receptive, going with the flow, all right? And, really focusing on the growth within your relationship, the connection within your relationship, okay? Those heart-to-heart conversations, all right? Also, possibly getting out and having fun a little bit as well. But here with the Emperor and the Empress, they are soul partners, okay? Soulmates here coming in. So this can certainly be the month where you're really focused on your commitment to your person. And if for some of you, for a lot of you here, I think if you've had a lack of connection, I think you're getting this renewal. I think some of you are really stepping into the next phase of a relationship, the next the next level of commitment, shall we say, okay, because the Emperor really is that committed energy for the long term, okay? So could certainly be Spirit saying, look at the areas in your life. Are you feeling really connected with your person? Are you feeling this is a stable partnership? Are you feeling as though this can go the distance, go the long way? And if you do, then maybe you need to jump into something there with that Fool energy. Take that leap, okay? Take the plunge, shall we say, all right? Especially with that Empress card there as well. So if you are in that newer relationship and you're like, I don't know, maybe this person's my soulmate, perhaps they actually are, okay? But the Empress here fills your month ahead with love, with caring, okay? With trying new things, new beginnings, okay, new beginnings, or taking things up to the next level, right? The new phase of that relationship. And it's a beautiful energy where your love is blossoming, it's growing, and probably rather quickly, okay? And you might not like spontaneous kind of energy. You might not like fast energy. So that advice from Spirit with the Emperor is, get grounded. Okay, make sure you ground your energy. And if you need to think about something, if you need to, especially if you're faced with an important decision, right? Because let's face it, the Empress card, a lot of love there. All right. And if you're faced with a very important decision, then, make sure you've got all your ducks in a row. Take that little bit of time, but then, make your decision and go for it, whatever that happens to be for you. So, we have sacrifice coming in there. That is the Hanged Man energy. We've got the Eight of Cups coming in here as well to complement that Fool card, okay? We've got the Prince of Coins coming out here. That's the Knight of Coins. And that's that long-term commitment right there. And let's see what else comes out with the Empress card here. Whoa, thank you. As I toss it out the window. There we go. The Three of Staves, the Three of Wands. That's absolutely beautiful, beautiful energy all coming out right here. The Eight of Cups. We'll get to that one in a second. The Four of Arrows, the Four of Swords energy is at the bottom of the deck. This is peace, calm. This is, having a peace of mind, okay? Feeling a sense of security in your relationship too, right? That stability. We do have repeating numbers coming out here for you because we've got the Emperor and the Four of Arrows is the 2 4s, number 44. We also have the Empress card number 3 complemented by the 3 of Wands. So we've got number 33 here as well for you. So 33 and 44, we could certainly be experiencing some growth within your relationship. Okay, but we do have the sacrifice energy coming in here. This is the Hanged Man. Okay, so when we have the Hanged Man, this could certainly feel as though, with the energy coming in, again, this is one of taking a step back and thinking about something, contemplating something, okay? The Hanged Man is where we surrender. All right, and we go with the flow. Okay, we go with the flow or we let something go. All right, and those little niggling things that sometimes come up in relationships, right? Perhaps there's something that you need to let go so that you can move forward with your person. The Hanged Man energy also brings us in an energy of calm and patience into our relationship, but also a deeper level of understanding. Because when we get that Hanged Man, we're seeing someone else's point of view. We're being open and receptive to what someone else has to say, their thoughts, their feelings, their opinions on things. And, it's an important energy to be in. Sometimes, sometimes we need to really have that moment, okay, that time out per se, before we can charge ahead and move forward. I also feel here with the Hanged Man and the Chariot here, I think here that if you've been feeling as though things have been kind of a little bit stuck in a rut lately, I think things are about to get a little bit steamier there for you. Okay, there's some movement there, right? We've got the kind of standstill energy with the Hanged Man, and then we've got that Chariot. Okay, so if you want to get the ball rolling on something, this is all up to you with that Chariot. All right. Coming out with the Fool. A Fool is, of course, new beginnings or, of course, the next phase of something, right? Can also be those fun, spontaneous moments. Okay. And we have the Eight of Cups here. Now, I do have to say there's two messages that are coming in here, okay? For the most part, I think this is you in a relationship, and part of the challenge perhaps may be taking things to the next level. The Eight of Cups is usually where we have a look at our situation and we either need to level up or level out, only because we have gotten as much as we can out of the current phase. All right. And we either grow and take it to the next level, the Fool card, or we choose to walk away and do something a little bit different, that Fool energy. So this is really all up to you. Which one's it going to be? Are you going to level up to the next? Are you going to take your relationship to the next level? Do something to spice it up, to infuse fresh energy into there, okay? To infuse a deeper connection with your person, okay? Because are you going to follow that dream, that goal that you have with your person? Because the Eight of Cups, the next phase there is the Nine of Cups, okay? Which is getting everything that you want, okay? Your wish fulfillment. So the Eight of Cups can go either way. Either you're taking the steps you need to take to move towards your dreams, your goals, okay? Or you are detaching from that situation to head out into the great blue yonder without necessarily knowing what may lay ahead, but just knowing that perhaps detaching yourself from the situation is leading you on a different path that where you may encounter some better connections in love, right? And so especially I think if you're in a newer relationship, right? Maybe you're just putting the feelers out, trying to figure out, is this something that I really want to commit to for the long term? Whatever decisions that you make, okay, the Hanged Man energy here is giving you that contemplation, okay, taking that step back to really think about things. This is where we get that clarity, right? This is where we get those epiphany moments. We get that brilliant flash of inspiration, or that aha moment, like, yes, now I know what I need to do. So, again, where the Fool tends to rush right in, fools rush in, right? So, maybe you need to slow things down just a little bit, just to really, really make sure you're making the right choice and the right decision for you. But I think the majority of you're just trying to breathe fresh life into a situation, okay? Or, really kind of maybe spice things up a little bit, have a little bit of fun. All right, we've got the Prince of Coins coming in here as also advice from Spirit, and this is actually the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles can certainly represent, with the Emperor, that, perhaps there's some financial issues that are going on, okay, or you need to focus on your career path or your money. And, some of you may decide to let your relationship go because you've got other things on the go. And perhaps you're like, well, if I'm not totally invested in this right now, or if I don't see a future, then maybe I need to focus on something a little bit different. Okay, but whatever decision that you make there, if that's you making that kind of decision, I think you're going to be at peace with your decision. Okay, it's the right decision for you, because the Empress can also represent self-love and self-care. Okay, not necessarily always one of loving others. All right, and the Three of Staves can certainly be about seizing an opportunity and moving forward. Okay, so just saying that there for you, that will not be for all of you, obviously. All right, but your advice from Spirit here is the Prince of Coins, the Knight of Pentacles energy is slow and steady wins the race. Patience. You may really be looking at and really trying to make a decision on your long-term commitment with your person. All right. Perhaps you've been with your person a long time, and if things have started feeling a little bit mundane or something, maybe you need to spice things up a little bit. All right, you and your person, you might have different ideas, but that Hanged Man energy is really kind of opening you up to different possibilities. Okay, so you never know until you try something, I guess. All right, but this is also reminding you here that advice from Spirit. Where do you want to commit to? Where do you see yourself going for the future? Okay, you may be at the Knight energy now, but you may certainly have this opportunity to take it up to the next step. This can also show that if there's an offer on the table, okay, the Knight of Coins quite often does bring in an offer of commitment, of you moving in together, okay, all those things, blending your finances maybe, okay, an offer of some sort, something that you can really count on, really depend on, right? This is very dependable energy right here. So it's like Spirit's really giving you that advice. Number one, saying that, you know what, you already have a strong, stable connection. And, if you need to kind of do something a little bit more fun or spontaneous, right? Because it's kind of boring energy, right? With the with the Emperor and the Knight of Coins, okay? That maybe it's time to do something a little bit different. But I feel here that Spirit's trying to alleviate any kind of worries or fears. Maybe you're entering the next level of commitment, and that's available for you. Okay, if there was any question, any doubt, both you and your person are really in this for the long term. But we've got the Three of Wands energy coming out here, as well as blessings headed your way. And this is expansion of a relationship, taking things to the next level. All right, this is having a plan in place, knowing what you want, and then making a bold move, removing your obstacles, your blocks, and getting ready to have some fun and to move forward. All right, so it's a very the three of Wands is a very expansive kind of energy. Now it is also one of travel. Okay, so you've got three cards here that potentially do represent some travel. So if you're having some issues finding time, okay, maybe you're really committed on your work, okay, maybe your person is. This is very entrepreneurial kind of energy here. All right, if you or your person is, focused on their work, their career, their money, maybe money is an issue a little bit, but Spirits looks like there may be some money coming in, okay, or maybe a different way. Maybe there's, if you can't afford necessarily a big expensive vacation, perhaps there's something different that you can do, right? Do some small little things, right? Some small little, the Chariot can represent a vehicle. So maybe you do a couple little day trips out into the country, out into nature or something to have some fun. But the Three of Staves, the Three of Wands energy can certainly be one of travel and a little bit of adventure. Okay, so you may have that going on there as well. Okay, maybe a little romantic getaway. Okay, the Empress and the Three of Wands, a little romantic getaway there for you to rekindle the spark. Okay, renewed passion coming in there, okay, or just to have that little one-on-one time with your person, because sometimes we don't get all that time in the world to spend with our person. Okay, so the Empress here and the Three of Staves is love blossoming and growing, this physical connection, this romantic connection. It's like everything kind of coming together. And again, the Four of Arrows there, that Four of Swords energy is one of peace, calm, having your mind put at ease. Okay, so I think whatever you've got going on in the month ahead, I don't think there's anything necessarily majorly drastic by the looks of anything. Okay, but I think you've got things pretty much under control. So let's get a little bit more information for you. So I'm going to just pull out some Kipper cards here. I've got the main male and female out here already, so I'm just going to get a few more extra cards and then we'll blend those in. For the sake of this reading, the main female card is you, the viewer. Does not matter if you're a male or female. It doesn't matter one bit. And then the main male is your partner. And again, it doesn't matter if they're male or female. Okay, for the sake of the reading, that is what they represent. So let's get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And let's see what other information that we've got for you for the month ahead. Message for Cancer. Thank you. We've got sad news, we've got high honors, and we've got main male. Okay, there could certainly be something here to do with somebody's finances. Okay, someone's reputation maybe, so there could be some career issues there. All right, we've got a long road and we've got unexpected money. Okay, very nice, very nice. Main female, that's lovely. Military, a gift, and a meeting. All right, so main female is right here for you, main male. Okay, so you might actually, your partner may actually be playing a little bit more of a supporting role. You might be the one, as we already said here, considering your position in this spread, you might be the one that is really kind of, for lack of a better phrase, wearing the pants in the family in the week ahead, in the month ahead. Okay, so you're certainly very much in charge, in control. Okay, your partner here, down here with the main male, they got some fairly balanced energy. They got some things for and challenging with them as well. A meeting here is about dates, getting out in the open. Okay, they may have some financial things that they're dealing with in the background there, and we kind of see that coming out in your reading as well. All right, but it could be your person is actually saving some money either for a journey, a getaway. We've got the long road there, or for a gift, a present. Okay, so because there's the gift right in front of your person, and so they could certainly be planning on giving you a gift. Okay, or maybe they get a gift as well. Long road here is long-term commitments. Okay, it can also represent something that you've been waiting for a long time, and this is underneath you there. So you could actually be the one that's in charge of, maybe putting a trip together. Okay, or maybe you're really focused on those long-term commitments with your person, and there's an offer of something that's between you with that gift card right there. Okay, but there's also some sad news and high honors, but I think here that the sad news here with the unexpected money right beside it, I think something that is maybe causing a little bit of grief is very easily overcome. Okay, military person up there with high honors. Okay, you could certainly be in a position here where you're actually getting everything that you want in an official capacity. The military person is certainly something official, okay, or something where you kind of need to knuckle down and get to the heart of the matter. High honors is honor, recognition, something really, really beautiful right there. Okay, so I think here that there's a little bit of grief, as we already see, but I think here that you've got some long-term commitments. You got the road ahead, possibly a trip in your future. All right, you've certainly got maybe some financial things going on a little bit, but I think everything will eventually work out for the best there if you knuckle down and you figure out what it is you want. The long road here can also represent patience. Okay, patience, and of course those long-term energies, long-term commitments. Okay, so something may take a while to get over or to accomplish in the month ahead. Okay, or you're certainly looking at those long-term commitments, but you've got everything very much under control, as we already saw in your reading up there. All right, and everything for you here is in a very positive position. All right, and your person here, they're at the bottom, so you are on their mind, that is for sure. Okay, and but again, with the meeting there, and the gift, it's lovely. Okay, you might have a little bit of a surprise coming your way, actually. Okay, or maybe you surprise your person. Okay, but certainly something very positive, an improvement in your world. All right, so let's get a couple of last messages there. Thank you. And see what else that we've got. And we have clean it up and chopped wood. Okay, so there's something that you need to get out in the open. Okay, or something that you need to decide upon. The chopped wood energy that we've got right here is really about, just being practical in your relationship in the month ahead. Perhaps you're focused on money matters. You're focused on your career. Okay, chopped wood is really that reminder that sometimes we just need to take pleasure in the everyday normal goings on that are going around. Okay, and sometimes that might be a little bit boring, but it's can be also pleasurable as well at the same time. Okay, you can turn something really boring like washing the dishes, okay, into something a little bit romantic, right? Spice it up, do something a little bit different there. Okay, so this could certainly be a month where you're taking care of the finer details in life, but we also have clean it up here as well. All right, and the clean it up energy is about clearing away the cobwebs, getting something out in the open. Okay, being clear, making decisions, those kind of things, right? Dealing with the little minor issues here and there. Okay, so that you can make sure that you're on the same page with your person and that you can move forward. That is card number 21, and that can certainly be related back to the World card, right? The World card is successful completion of a cycle, and getting ready to move forward, right? But the World card Quite often before we get to that end of the road and to that phase, we quite often do clean up the energies, right? We usually have the Judgment card coming in there first. We get things out in the open, we get clear, we make sure we explore our feelings, our wants, our needs, our desires, before we can make a decision and move on. So we have surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Hello, Chopwood. Remember that you are a magical being with uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you. Sometimes you just could go through life, the mundane, boring things, but you know, they can also be pleasurable again. All right. We also have surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non defensive response. There is pretty much your hanged man energy coming out there for you, okay? That surrender, that sacrifice, that letting go, that opening up to someone else's ideas, wants, needs, desires, all of those things, okay? And, you know, we're not defensive, right? We're not, you know, putting up those walls or anything. We're just being very open, honest, and truthful. And that's quite often where we get those epiphany moments. That's how we get peace of mind with the Four of Arrows. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here that did resonate with you a little bit. Remember, we've got all this Empress energy, this love in the air, so it's absolutely beautiful. And of course, the Aries energy there with that Emperor card as well. So very nice. Okay, so hopefully there was something here for you. If there was, please don't forget to hit like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I hope you guys have a fantastic month ahead. Remember to ground your energy. Four of Swords, Four of Arrows here can be a card of meditation. The high vibe energy, right? Try and do that in about the middle of the month because it may be very intense energy coming in there for you with that lunar eclipse and the full moon and that Scorpio influence, okay? So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.